We're back.
We've made it. Oh, just in time. Bear wants to play. No.
Yeah,
Oh, go.
perfect timing.
Yeah.
Oh man, another Monday, another week down, another week gone.
Another week's just started.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Um, I said last Monday that Tuesday I didn't have a whole lot going on, and I should not have said that because that made my week turn into an absolute chaotic disaster.
That's how it goes.
Um, yeah, I didn't the whole week from Tuesday to Saturday. Just I don't even remember what day was what. I don't remember what happened on what day, how or why it happened. It just happened. So
How does a
uh,
positive track rear end on a Plymouth work? It just does.
it just does. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't know,
shoot.
man. Toby, what's going on?
Yeah, Toby's in here right away, dude. Thank you.
Yep.
Tell your friends. Get your mom in here, brother, sister.
Checkered, how's it going? Did you see Paul RC Underdog's video he posted on the weekend? Don't
I did,
remember what day.
yeah. I liked it. Just like I thumbs upped it, and then I was like, wait, it's not really like a thumbs uppy video.
Yeah, not really a thumbs up type of
Um,
video, but
I'm just trying to help the algorithm. Trying to help.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I was gonna reach out to him, give him a couple like maybe pointers of what I had in mind, maybe. 'Cause what
yeah,
he's doing is pretty awesome. He's just not getting that outreach. Um, which
yeah,
it's a give take. It takes effort on both on you know I don't know. I don't quite. I mean, obviously, look how many views this video is gonna get. We don't really
yeah.
have the code cracked or anything. We're just
No,
figuring it
for
out.
sure not.
But
Yeah,
yeah, no, there's a yeah, there's a few things I think that could be tweaked and like just to make that more sustainable. Um,
well, I mean, until he contacted us wanting to do that giveaway, I never knew that he was doing that. So, I mean,
yeah, like I
I don't
said,
know.
yeah, no, there's a few things like he could do to tweak to help him with like the algorithm and stuff. I think it just take a little more effort. Um, but yeah, I mean, a couple things he brought up like aren't good ideas. I mean, I'm sure we could help out, but yeah, that's
Yeah,
always
in
like a
some way or
tough.
another.
That's a tough video, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a bunch of stuff that I could send.
Dude,
Um,
same.
I mean, kind of the same thing. Matt Bowman that runs down here at the uh, Abner Longley Park. There's a charity down in the Appalachian Mountains somewhere. I don't remember that does charity builds and stuff. So Matt always sets out a box on his table at the events. Just if somebody wants to donate something, just toss it in the box. Um, he just posted a video this morning on YouTube of all the things that he has collected that he's shipping down to that charity. So doing something like that, getting with people who go to events, just to put a cardboard box on a table and let people know at some sort of a driver's meeting that that box is there for people to donate if they want to. If they don't want to, cool, whatever.
Yeah,
Throw $10 in there, throw a pair of wheels in there. It doesn't matter. Anything helps. So, but anyway, I've got a bunch of stuff, but it's like it's all older stuff now. Like I went through my parts bins and I got rid of a lot of all the
hmm
the good parts before they become obsolete. So everything I've got left really is kind of like
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if that stuff would even be stuff that they want because it's obsolete, old, can't get parts for, whatever. You put these axles in a truck for a kid, and he breaks it the first time out, and they can't fix it. They're going to be just as disappointed in it as a
Right.
a Walmart crawler or something. So,
Yeah.
but definitely getting people's eyes on it and getting more donations is what needs to happen.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's tough when so many people want handouts for their cause versus actual good causes. Yeah, it's true. Um, that happens with every big name charity, I think, though. Like, it turns into just hand out over here and then pass out over here.
Right.
So, I don't know. The other thing this past week was all the freaking storms down south. That's wild. Seeing all the videos of destruction. I know some people down in that area. Everybody that I know personally that's down there is all good. They were all in areas that weren't absolutely decimated, but they're awful close to it. Seeing the helicopter footages and stuff, it's like, yeesh.
Yeah. If they want to send any of that rain my way, I'm all very. It'd be welcomed.
Dude, we had like 18 days where it didn't rain a single time here, and it was like upper 80s and sunny, and then all of a sudden we got 10 days straight of rain. Like, for the last 10 days it's rained here. Got cold and shitty and rainy.
I saw your intersection out in front of the shop was quite the demo derby.
Dude, last Friday, people forgot how to drive out here. There's usually one crash a month. Probably it averages out to one a month. Sometimes there's two, sometimes there's none, whatever. But it probably averages out to one a month. There was 2 crashes in front of my shop on Friday alone. One at like 8 o'clock in the morning and one at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. People are trying to fuck up around here, I guess.
Did you hang that sign that said "I sell adult books"?
No, I should though.
Adult books and motorcycles. Swing.
Look this way. Yeah, look this way. Don't watch the stoplight. It's like, have you ever seen the video of the guy that's sitting in his car? This was a handful of years ago. Sitting in his car, looking at like one of those digital billboards, and it says it's for a strip club, and it says gluten-free lap dances.
A lot of car crashes.
I'll put a sign out front that says gluten-free lap dances. That'll make some more accidents out front. I'll build a body shop in the empty building next door to mine, and then I'll do that.
Yeah.
Man. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone that's checking in the comments.
Yeah, so I'm reading. There's a lot. What's going on, everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Colorado Adventure Club sold a skid for me this morning. I have a problem with self-promotion. You and I both.
Yeah.
We don't like to push our own products. If somebody asks about it on a Facebook post or something, I will, say, hey, yes, we do this. But I saw a post that a guy made last week where he had made his own or designed his own skid for a VFD twin and 3D printed it. And the pictures that he had posted of it, I was like, man, that skid's like pretty flimsy. That's not going to last worth a crap. But I didn't say anything about it because, it's not my place to say that that's going to be pretty flimsy. But he found out that it was pretty flimsy, and Cody commented and said that we make skids for the VFD twin, and so the guy actually placed an order for one like immediately after that. So thank you for that. But yeah, he didn't ask. He didn't ask if anybody makes a skid, so I didn't want to pop in the comments and be like, "Hey, I make a skid that is probably going to be much more durable than that." But after somebody mentions it, then I'll pop in and be like, "Yep, we do." You always see our competitors on Facebook posts where like people are like, "Oh, what chassis is the best?" Well, then the owners of these companies are popping in there recommending their own stuff. I'm like, well, of course you're going to recommend your own shit, goon. It just feels dirty, self-promotion, doing stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm usually out on the trail, or I got my arms elbow deep in a freaking grease ball old Toyota truck. So you're probably gonna beat me to it. Whoever's gonna self promote, they're probably gonna beat me to it. I'll see it like 4 days after it has 160 comments with the same 7.
Yeah.
Each team driver of one of 45 team drivers from every chassis manufacturer chimed in at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. I'll promote the Brazen Skid to anyone building a Jimmy's buggy. It's a piece of machined art worth more than you're charging. I appreciate that very much, but what I need to figure out how to do is get people to buy them for not Jimmy's buggies. Just put them in everything. Because, I mean, if you're building a flat plate chassis, realistically, you just open up one of the bottom 2 holes and it'll bolt to the chassis. So if you wanted to mount a twin, just slot one of the holes in the chassis and bolt it up.
Yeah,
it'll fit.
I don't even have that transmission, and I kind of want one of those skids just to have on the shelf. Looks cool.
Yeah. I have one left in stock. One that's finished, ready to go. Yeah. I also, I've seen a bunch of people do these servo mounts, but like I just whipped up a quick 3D printed bracket to mount micro servos on the side of the trans, so that everything's all packaged in one thing with your dig and overdrive servos. Quick little thing. I 3D printed them. They're not strong enough 3D printed. They wiggle too much to rely on. So, but I could, having them laser cut or whatever would be easy. I have a PSC steering in the works soon. Nice. Send me pictures of it. It's cool. Like thumbs upping your own post or liking your own picture.
Yeah.
Will it work in a Kraken? I don't know what a Kraken is.
Is that that?
I assume it's a Rock bourbon? Pirates. I assume Rock Pirates because Kraken, Rock Pirates. So, maybe. I guess just drill the chassis to that hole pattern and it'll fit. 5th scale. Why would you want anything 5th scale? That's gross. Rock Pirates. Yeah, like I said, if the Kraken is the Vanquish VRD replacement, you'll still have to open up or slot one of the holes in the skid area because the bolt pattern on the skid is different than anything else. But it's easy to do. Just drill or slot the hole. No big deal. Hopefully the build group will be able to convince you to cut a skid for the Pro Mod. I don't like printed parts on anything structural. Well, so what I'm hoping that people will do, and I won't know until this whole pro mod thing starts panning out. I want to try to use this same Jimmy skid in the pro mod by just slotting one of the holes. So, you know, if it's a hole issue, why not drill the Delrin instead of the chassis? Not trying to be smart, actual question. So the reason that it would be easier and much more efficient to drill the chassis is because if you start trying to drill the Delrin, you have to move where the link pockets are in the skid. You actually have to change the actual dimensions of the skid because it's a shared bolt that goes all the way through from one side of the outside of the chassis down into where the link is. So you would have to stretch and shorten the skid plate to be able to accommodate the different chassis hole spacings, where you could drill one hole or slot one hole in the chassis side and not have to change anything on the skid. Also, drilling and tapping Delrin isn't hard to do in a machine, but doing it in like a drill press or something sucks.
I think the bit would probably walk, and then you'd be off.
Drill bits walk real bad.
And then you're wasted. The skid's wasted.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's just much easier to slot one hole in the chassis than it is to machine a bunch of different skid plates.
And you could bolt the two rails together and just drill the one hole. That way they're like matched.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's not ignorance at all. It was just a simple question. No big deal there. I believe it's being designed around a standard VFD with a stubby kit. Are the mounting locations the same? The standard VFD skid plate and VFD twin skid plates are different than the VRD carbon skid plate. So I believe Josh is designing it around the VRD carbon skid plate, which has its own bolt pattern. So regardless of what you do, whether you wanted to run the stock VFD twin skid, which would hang down low, or running the Jimmy skid, you would still have to change the mounting holes in the chassis side. So, but until I see how he's actually doing this, it's hard to say what is gonna need to be done. But I believe it can probably be done by just slotting one hole, because basically what the pictures and stuff that I've seen that Josh has done, it's, the bottom of the chassis is going to be a cradle of some kind. So if you just took and slotted the holes like this, then you don't have to worry about different transmission patterns. Like this particular part would fit. It would bolt right on there. So if you were building a buggy based around this particular tab, it would fit. So, he just posted a clip on Insta. There's a lot of 1/8" bars. He told me there was going to be some 1/8", the non-structural bracing stuff would be 1/8".
It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
I do like it.
Yeah, the Kraken Vetka is a 5th scale desert. After I said that, I remembered what it was, but still gross. Send me the micro skid printed mount for the trans, and I'll turn it into aluminum. I mean, I could literally have it laser cut tonight if I just sent the file over to my buddy.
I think I'm gonna show everyone the small batch for, what is that, tomorrow? Wait, yeah.
Yep.
Dang, wow. just because I'm gonna build it and take some pics tonight. I'm gonna build it I'm just gonna tinker with it right here on live stream. So I do have some carbon hoops. I'm saving everyone some weight. I got some carbon hoops from Brett here.
They're on the way.
They're on the way. But we're doing C1 Pro kits. This batch has not the kind of rounded, curvy bolt-on front hoop. It's integrated, obviously. So you just have the bolt-on rear hoop. Super simple, nothing crazy, but I don't think I've ever cut one of these for a customer. So these are kind of exclusive, I guess. But I'm gonna get kind of building it so I can kind of shorten. I've already bent all of the pan hard mounts when I got them from work, so I'll be kind of torching those tomorrow to get them to kind of match. I try to match like the same like hue of the frame. If I can catch some light there, probably not. But anyway, so I've already been working since I got home. That's what I want to do on a Monday after work is continue working. But here we are.
Yeah.
But
I've got to make my phone
this will be a cool kit.
connected to the headphones. Anyway, my phone connected to my headphones and started playing random music while you were talking. So.
Oh, nice. What did it play? That Sharky Shark song or what?
whatever reel was on Instagram last. Got 3 guys in my local group on Brazen Chassis. 2 got 6x6 and 1 got the front line. Nice.
Dude, nice. Let's see.
David uses a flat plate with spacers for the twin. Flat plate like from the bottom. Oh, Josh is here. We said his name 3 times. He's like Beetlejuice.
I said leaf spring, leaf spring, leaf spring.
Looks heavy. Josh, Colorado Adventure Club says your Pro Mod looks heavy. I wouldn't know because nobody else has seen it, so, just throwing that out there. Do you want to see the most awful set of Vanquish Method 310s you've ever seen in your life?
The answer to that should always be yes. Let's see.
So I was given these wheels on Sunday. I don't know who thought that this.
You bought them?
No, I was given them.
These are gonna be good then.
So they're orange 310s.
Okay.
Just like the ones that are on my Jimmy's buggy, except somebody tried to polish the faces, and
see now look
like
they're so distracting. Do you see what you have me building right now?
building the rails backwards.
One forward, one yeah.
They actually look better on camera than they do in person, believe it or not.
I mean, hey, it's unique, right?
Yeah.
That's the word I'm choosing for that.
Yeah. So this morning I took one of them apart and I gave it the easy off oven cleaner treatment. But what I messed up when I did that, I made a big ass mess for myself this morning on accident. So I took my easy off oven cleaner and I had a spare grease trap for my Blackstone, little aluminum tray, like throwaway tray. So I put the wheel in there and I sprayed the oven cleaner on it and I walked away. I walked away and I came back and the oven cleaner had eaten the bottom of the tray and leaked everywhere all over the bench.
Sick. Nice. I'm writing this down so I know not to do this.
Yeah. The Easy Off oven cleaner will absolutely eat through those throwaway little aluminum trays. So don't do that.
Hear that, kids?
Yeah. Speaking of wheels, so actually, Theron, I went to the metal supermarkets right across the intersection here today, and I jewed them down hardcore on a bunch of aluminum.
We, whoa. No, no.
I
Okay,
I
all
got
right.
I got the dude to come off of $18 a foot. Because he gave me his price, and I'm like, bro, that's more than I can order it from McMaster for and have it tomorrow. And he's like, well, how much do you need? Or he's like, what do you want to pay for it? I'm like, we're going down that road. We're gonna go down that road, huh? He's like, well, tell me what it's gonna take to make you buy this,
Ooh,
500 feet of
this is
2.25 inch.
an interesting negotiating tactic.
Yeah, I'm like, So anyway, the grand total ended up being like 500, 400 and something, $480, $470 less than McMaster or Alro. Maybe it wasn't $18, but let me go back to the quote. It was close though.
He's like, you told him, actually, I want to pay $25 a foot.
Yeah, no, dude, I
I'm
jewed the
flipping
hell
the
out of him.
script here.
Yeah.
So, how did that homeless man feel when you bought all of his crushed pop cans?
Yeah.
He just polished to make look like bar stock. He just
Uh-huh.
glued them together.
6061 rod. Where'd it go?
Dang, 6061 rod.
Yeah, McMaster's $31 a foot.
Hey, in case anybody was wondering, does anybody else have like, or is anybody else like trying to figure out like the most efficient way to get these nuts and the nuts insert like holes, little pockets?
I do those before I put the DSM in.
Oh no, I just run like a little bit longer screw and I just start threading it and it just pulls right in.
Oh, I grab it with a pair of pliers and just squeeze them in there.
Yikes. Way to borrow the material, Brett. Freaking gorilla, dude.
It doesn't take that much pressure.
Nice.
Underdog.
This is perfect.
My ears are burning. We were talking about you first thing when we started, Paul.
It wasn't good. No, I'm just kidding.
Oven cleaner is powerful. Yes, reminds me of a scene from Breaking Bad. That's basically what it was. So like,
I know exactly what scene that person's talking about.
so it was thankfully it was on a piece of wood, not on like my metal top
Not in a
workbenches,
bathtub.
because yeah, I'd have been pissed. So anyway, yes, no, it ended up the aluminum ended up being $18 a foot instead of the $30 a foot from McMaster.
So when in doubt, it's still local.
Yeah. So it should be here in the next like 3 days, he said. So we'll see. See when he calls me.
I think I'm gonna take pictures of this tonight without wear shock hoops, but I'll make sure to give you a description stating comes with shock hoops.
That's whatever. I'm surprised you don't have a pair of carbon hoops sitting around somewhere.
I honestly, dude, I've been like throwing so much like random stuff in like orders. I'm pretty sure when I get little blingy stuff and I'm having like a good time packaging stuff, I just throw stuff in, man.
Yeah.
I never see any shout outs or thank yous, but you know,
Right.
I throw free stuff in orders, man.
Right. Is he charging you the difference for delivery? No, he's not charging me anything for delivery, anything for shipping.
Free delivery, yeah.
If that's domestic material, it's not bad for the price it is. U.S. material, so I think the dude, I'm there like at least once a week, so I think he just understands that I'm gonna be back. He'll make his money on other stuff, so I go through a metric ass load of 1.5 cold rolled round bar also. 1.5 cold or 1.5 hot rolled and 1.5 chromoly. This is 4140, I think. Yeah, 4140. I buy a bunch of that stuff from him to make misalignment spacers for shocks.
All right, well, that didn't take 20 minutes like I thought.
No.
That took, what, a whole 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
The only time people would ever mention anything that got thrown in extra in their orders was when Wes was shipping them rocks.
Yeah. Hey, I got a rock. That's a fossil.
Yeah, what is this?
I still go hiking in those couple of spots where I find out those fossils. I'm very tempted to start throwing rocks in orders again.
Yeah.
10% discount code when you DM me your crawler flexing on the rocks I send.
Yeah. RC Underdogs raffle prize was wild. People are commenting about how it's nicer than any of the major manufacturers giving away. We talked about that last week, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah. They said it was nicer than the Horizon giveaways.
Yeah. Josh, when are you releasing the Pro Mod? I've got a buggy in a bin that needs to be assembled. You can just go ahead and put that in the doodly-doo down there. That'd be cool. So show that chassis off. Show them what it is. We got gold anodized.
I'm looking at the delayed feed. It looks so weird. Well, I don't know. And I got too much lag going on here. But yeah, C1 Pro. Integrated front shock hoops. It'll be this style carbon rear tabs whenever the mailman shows up tomorrow. So they'll be live before I get those shock hoops.
No, they won't.
Well, I won't be home.
Oh.
But yeah.
So it's an aluminum C1 Pro that has never been released because it's got built-in front hoops.
Yeah, we've never. I don't think this might have been for like a team driver, but honestly, I think every time I think me and you both drew up a integrated front hoop C1 Pro, and we're like, So this is one that was pretty nifty and convenient, and honestly didn't look really terrible. So.
It still has all the same dimensions, so you can still run the TGH motor mount and all that stuff. The links from Hardcore will all work.
Yeah, the only thing I did change up is I added a front upper link riser, and I put it at an arc at the approximate arc of which your link should be at. So you should need a longer upper link if you change those out. That's really the only thing I changed. I think that is, yeah.
Cool.
Other than that, it's tried and true C1 Pro. I know a lot of people's been commenting and messaging when we're gonna have a whole kit. Even though you can kind of piece together a kit if you know what the kit contains, but here you are, one click, one buy, ready to rock.
Does it work with your IFS?
Here's the difference between the IFS and the T1 Pro here.
That's a little bit of a difference.
A little bit different. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Now, Checkered, I have this frame just kind of chilling here. This prototype. So, somebody wants it, just shoot me a DM.
Yeah. Just sold my Pro Mod and started another one last night. Probably not the best idea. 3 weeks before an event. That's a bold move. Unless you think you can build a better one, in which case, get after it.
That's definitely a Josh move. He's just looking for a spicy build series.
Yeah. So I've got this misalignment spacer in my hands here. So this one, I forgot to turn the chuck pressure down on the sub spindle side, and when it grabbed it, it turned it into a triangle.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, I was like,
not
oh,
functional anymore.
Yeah.
But,
not at all. But it turned it into a rotary rotor.
Yeah,
You could run a Mazda off of this.
one of them Toyan engines. Or
Yeah. But yeah, these misalignment spacers. This one has they want little grooves. They want a groove in the face of them for some reason. I don't know what the purpose of the groove in the face is, but they wanted a groove in the face, which is the only reason I have to grab it in the sub spindle, because I machine it this way, smallest diameter to biggest diameter, but they needed that little groove in the face, so I have to grab it in the sub spindle, pull it back, and then come in with another tool and just kiss the face of it with the insert, just to get that tiny little groove in it.
it's
Super annoying.
Oh, yeah, I see now on the bigger screen.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I forgot to turn the chuck pressure down, and it freaking crushed it. I was like, ooh, that's not, we don't want to do that to 50 of them. Luckily, I only did one like that before I caught
it. Todd. Boy, I'm glad that cricket's gone this week. Yeah, dude. I sent Brett a bunch of mothballs and
I stepped on it. It was next to the dust collection for the router a couple days ago, like three or 4 days ago. It was next to the dust collection. I was over there turning it on, and I looked down, and there was a cricket right in front of my foot. I'm like, "You little bastard!" Stomped on it real fast.
Found you.
Yeah. You should add an extra pair of shock hoops for my C2 chassis, currently using builder's tabs for hoops.
I have some extra ones.
Yeah.
I got you. Say no more.
Yeah. Otherwise, yeah, like I said at the beginning, last week turned into a cluster of just shenanigans. Like every shenanigan you could have last week, I had. Just like a couple weeks ago when everything broke, it was just about like that, but nothing actually broke. You dealt with it for days. It really didn't make noise when I was working. Like, machines running and you can't hear it. You're walking around, they don't usually make noise when you're right around them, so it didn't bother me for a couple of days. I just happened to see him standing there, and
you standing.
Yeah, killing crickets is bad luck. I mean, that is possibly why I had a shit week, I guess. If that's it's like breaking a mirror, killing crickets. Is that how that works? I don't know.
Instead of 8 years, it's 1 day. One day of bad luck.
Yeah. I saw a comment earlier that I skipped. Um, what's the next big event for you guys? RC every day. Josh came all the way from Texas. So Crawlapalooza for you.
I'll be there.
I still
Hanging
haven't
out, I
bought.
guess.
Yeah, I still haven't bought tickets for Scale Hero yet.
You freaking slacker. The um, shoot, Timmy Kennedy was like, just let Jonathan know you want to get in on the comp. I'm like, dude, I don't ask for like special treatment, you know.
No.
It'd be cool, but I don't want to stress those poor guys out because I don't think that like their volunteer force has like grown substantially, and I know the event. I've never seen it instantly sell out like that, so they're gonna have their hands full. So maybe I'll
Yeah, they
probably
are.
ask to volunteer or something. I mean, I'll be there taking pictures and hanging out, but I could probably help out too.
I honestly though, like Crawlapalooza, we've done it a couple of years. It's still a fun event to go to just to go play around and have fun.
I second that. I think like that one year, me and you just trailed around. We found some other. I found some other dudes from Corpus Christi that's on like the Texas coast, just randomly in the woods, and I'm like, "What's up, guys?" We're just trailing around. And honestly, that was probably one of the most fun years I've had there.
Yeah. Um, can you create a flat skid or flat rails as I've heard requested in former lives? I mean, that's kind of what we do. What are you needing specifically? We do flat rail chassis and flat skids. What are you trying to build, I guess is what I'm asking.
I probably have a saved file for whatever you're trying
Yeah.
to build.
Yeah.
I've made so
Oh, we
many
did have
iterations. Yeah, we've made so many iterations of stuff this year. Honestly, even this like small batch, I've made probably like 7 new frames, just totally custom from scratch.
yeah. So we did have a customer ask for an old chassis last. It's been 2 weeks. I've been working with the guy, talking to the guy, but the old 10.2 chassis, which I believe was 2016 or 2017 when we released that chassis, and ran it for I think 2 years. The last time the file had been opened on my computer was 2018. So I had to go digging for that file to find so that I could have it laser cut for him because he wanted aluminum.
May actually, it's funny. I think you told me that you're gonna get that cut, and then my buddy Jonathan, he has one. He has like a whole row in his garage of all these frames I've given him. I'm pretty sure that was one of them.
Your ATL V2 has a flat skid. ATL V1, ATL V2 has flat skids. C1 Pro, Flatline, Oracle all have flat skids. We have older model chassis that all had flat skids. It wasn't until a couple of years ago that we even messed with angled skid stuff because we just didn't. I think a lot of the angled skid stuff is a lot of it is hype. Like if you I don't know, if you design the chassis to not be like a super low belly, then you don't need 25 degrees of skid angle to clear something.
Yeah, well, at that time, I had kind of like a mutual respect for what Ben was doing at Toizuki. So I was kind
Yeah.
of putting off because he was kind of the only one doing it. Then everyone kind of chinaed him and started doing it. So unfortunately,
Yeah.
you gotta kind of get with the times. But just out of kind
Yeah.
of respect for Ben, I didn't really want to throw any kind of angle on skid.
Yeah, there just came a time where he just had to. Yeah, flat skid mullet, which isn't available publicly, but if you message and ask about it, we'll get one handled for you.
Speaking of mullets, I think I'm gonna put my remaining mullet stock like 20 or $25 off.
Did you have you had any bites on the land
The FJ40.
FJ? Yes.
Actually. Although I made like one post. Again, terrible self promotion.
Yeah.
That would be a heck of a giveaway. I don't know, that'd be a risky boy to give away. I don't know. I'm really mixed on it. I like that truck. I'd like to see it get used though, because I certainly don't use it.
Yeah.
It just looks really good.
The vehicle that I cannot get rid of, and I feel like I basically am giving it away at the price that I have it listed at, is my 8-scale buggy, my Techno. I've got it down at $650 RTR with 7 sets of tires, a new clear body, and 2 4S lipos. Like,
I have no
dude,
idea if that's even.
And 2 transponders. The transponders are $80 a piece.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think those I know about $100.
A set of 4 wheels and tires, new, $65-$70. None of these are new, but they're all really good condition. So call it $40 a set, and there's 7 sets. 2 bodies, a new body is $45. Like, I'm giving it away, and it's literally ready to run.
Ugh.
I can't give mine up. I have the original EB48. Yeah, mine's a 48 2.0.
I don't have the body bolted down. The one of the things that like was way too expensive, but I had to have was the dang CC hand emblems. If it'll zoom in on them, dude, those things
The
are
metal
sick.
emblems.
Yep. Same thing with the front, the diesel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
so-
cool.
Yeah, no, it's probably one of my nicer builds. Let's put a bunch of time into the thing. There's cooler ones, but this one's I did this whole paint scheme off of a customer's truck. You can buy me. I forgot I like shoe glued him in there, so I think he's staying. He ain't going nowhere. But it's cool.
That's
truck,
cool.
man.
Top comes off and everything.
Yeah, I think only one of the little. I was pretty gentle on this when I did drive it. Yeah, just these like alignment dowels. Just 2 of them look like they broke. The others are there. I never bolted it on because I never drove it hard enough to like need it.
That's
bolted
weird.
on.
The front door windows are attached to the top. That's interesting.
Oh yeah.
Huh.
Honestly, it'd probably look cooler if I just like cut, like, I mean, I don't think anybody would even notice if I just cut the little windows out. But I don't know.
Garage sales section needs some one-offs, dude. I could.
I can keep that place stocked.
It wouldn't be a garage sale section. It'd be the main section of the website if we did
Be the
that.
VIP.
Good golly.
It'd be the VIP if you know part of the site.
Yeah, for sure. You and I talked about, and I've got everything set up now for doing the 3D files
Oh yeah,
for
yeah, yeah.
people that want to purchase 3D files. I have that all set up. So I think you and I need to talk about what files we want to put there.
Right.
Sliders, body mount sliders, things like that can go up.
That's a
The
radio.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all that type of stuff. But that's all set up on the back side of the website already. I've got the page all made. It's just hidden. So just
Yeah.
whenever we have a couple extra 10, 20 minutes to, or just if you're after the stream tonight or whatever, kind of go through your files and see what you want to list, and we'll get them
Yeah.
put up there.
One of the things I was thinking of was like some of the 3D stuff that prints well out of the nylon might need to be thickened up for home printers. But I guess on the other hand is you could just print off another one if it breaks. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That was kind of one of the open-ended like, eh,
Yeah. Racing is definitely a weird world these days. Seems all racers have some sort of manufacturer deal. Hard for shops to survive like that. Definitely true. And the local hobby shop here, they have an indoor track and an outdoor track, but it's mainly because their son is a Losi sponsored, like a high up Losi sponsored driver. So they pretty much only carry parts for the platforms that their son races. So unless you're racing what he's racing, you ain't fixing your shit at the track. And they only do 8th scale outdoor, and it's only like a 6-week series. So like that thing, I haven't driven it in over a year. It needs to go away. But also like I feel like I'm giving it away at 650. I don't really want to go lower than that. Like it can sit on the freaking shelf. Like I don't know.
Brett
I
made a
picked up
bad
the VR.
investment. Somebody help him.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun with that buggy. It's a blast to drive, and they're tough, dude. Like me and there was like eight buddies all bought them at the same time, and we had race nights out at the one guy's house. Built a nice track in his backyard, and we
Demo
beat.
derbies.
It's basically what it turned into, dude. We beat the brakes off these things for like 3 nights in a row, and nobody broke anything. Like these things were tumbling, hitting each other in the air, like pretty
You're really
wild,
selling me on
and
this.
nothing broke. I picked up the VRD Carbon forward chassis, but 419 tires look great with the Toyota Extra Cab without butchering the wheel wells. So angled skid makes the angled skid redundant. I guess I could modify. I could take the skid angle out of the frontline chassis if that's what you're needing. If you're wanting a parallel flat skid chassis that's still a forward skid for that platform, it'd probably only take me 15, 20 minutes to knock the angle out of that chassis and cut you one, if that's what you're needing. Could do a one-off for you. No big deal. Our indoor track is like that. He's associated sponsored, and you're hard-pressed to find competitors' parts on the wall. Yeah. Well, you're hard-pressed to find even Losi parts on the wall if it's not what he's racing. So, like, it's like they only carry the parts they're going to need. You know, they only carry the tires that they run. They only carry the parts that they break. Like, I don't know. The skid could be wedged and be legal also, maybe. Yeah, but wedging wedging the skid in the chassis, then you have to shave the chassis to make it parallel, and it just it would be just as easy for me to just cut a chassis and not have to do that. Still can't get rid of my racing buggies even after local indoor carpet track closed over a year ago. Yeah. I'm just learning. Are you saying you have a forward skid chassis beside the high-low? Yes, we have the Mullet series chassis are all forward. The high-low and the front line for the VRD.
So that's five frames.
Yeah. Well, so we've got the flat skid Mullet, which isn't available to the public typically. There's all three of the Mullet angled skid stuff, link or leaf combos, the front line, the high-low, and I feel like there's one more. Maybe that's going to be coming soon.
Maybe three more.
Yeah, maybe three more. Does the chassis have to match the skid in Class 1? I mean, I guess technically, legally...
Sorka talk already.
I mean, technically, legally, no, it doesn't say that, but it looks stupid.
Dude, I don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Who knows?
They know what they're doing today.
Show up. Just show up. That freaking.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you build something cool and they'll ban it. It's fine.
That's cooler than mine. It's not allowed anymore.
Your tiny truck does things my tiny truck won't do. You can't play with us anymore.
I've already used my allocated $235 a year that the government thinks I spend on my hobby.
Yeah.
To build my truck. If you spend more than that, we're gonna ban it.
Yeah. I essentially made my ATL Pro V2 cheater with 13.75 wheelbase of forward skid and love it. So I assume you use super short front links and stretch the rear out, but that would work too. But yeah, we've got 5 current and 3 maybe potentially soonly upcoming-ish maybe forward skid chassis. So yeah, there's a couple of them.
Dude, so 13 plus inch wheelbases, that's something that's kind of becoming more and more popular. Is that like a regional thing? Because
it's all the vertical climb stuff these guys are wanting to do with the trucks now. So
that was all I was seeing at Apex. I was like 13.5. I'm like, damn. I'm at like 12.8, I think. And I was like, I thought I was like pushing it, but no.
Yeah.
I just have the rookie numbers.
Those are 2019 numbers. What are you doing?
Yeah, dude. Man, gosh, what am I doing?
Right.
But I mean, to be totally honest, that's kind of just the animal for my area. A lot of the breakovers are kind of too much for that long of a wheelbase. So again, like everyone's usually just kind of building for the type of terrain they're trying to conquer, which locally. So keep that in mind if you're going to scale a hero, dude. You're probably gonna need some long boys.
Well, that's buggy stuff. You don't really do.
They don't extend. Yeah, they don't play with wheelbases like that.
No, I think the longest wheelbase truck I've ever built for Sorka comp stuff was probably
12.3.
12, like 12.7.
Okay,
like 12.7, 12.8. Probably. I think my class 2 was like 12.7. My class 3 was like 12.8 or 9. But I don't know. Other than vertical climbs, I don't really see that much benefit to it. Making making drastic changes to a truck that I already know, I just don't like doing that either. So I just build what I like, and I know what I like.
Yeah, yeah. And
And
then
like,
too, like I'll build a body, and I'm gonna match that wheelbase to that body. So whatever that honestly comes out to is pretty much how what my wheelbase ends up being. So
yeah, and with the ATL Pro V2 and the C1 Pro, the belly is a raised belly. It's a short overall profile chassis, so you can stretch the wheelbase out on them and not run into hanging up so much.
yeah.
I'll send a pic of this rig with 419s and see if you'll flatten out the VRD chassis for us. I mean, I can definitely do that. I'll pull it up in the morning and mess with it. Otherwise, it's just after 9 o'clock. So if you guys have anything important to ask, go ahead. Josh Spendlove is in here. He's the one of the guys putting on Scale Hero.
Nice.
Glad to see you in here. I still haven't committed to coming, but I'd like to.
That's what she said.
I've got my 1.9 Unlimited on the bench here. I've got my Pro Mod. Got my Pro Mod on the bench. I've got wheels. I've got wheels for 2.2s. I've got wheels for 2.2s for my 1.9 Unlimited truck to make it a 2.2 Unlimited truck. But I'm not going to show you these. Not yet, anyway. You have all your parts in a box way ahead of me. I think other than 1/8 inch solid bar, I have an entire buggy in that box. There's wheels and tires, 2 different transmissions, ESC motor, servo, front rear axles, and a stack of tubing. I think everything's in there. Hope you can make it. You still have time. I just have to commit and buy airplane tickets, I think, is my thing. I just haven't bought plane tickets yet. So, any word on t-shirts? No word on t-shirts.
Eeks.
Yeah. Anyway, anything else you got for tonight?
No, I'm gonna be setting up the little photo booth and grabbing some pictures. So
Okay.
I got more work going on after this, so I would like
Maybe
to
I'll-
do that and then cook dinner and then eat at some point, maybe tonight.
Yeah. Maybe I'll take my laptop home with me and work on that VRD chassis. I can do that tonight, I think.
I'm not going to bed till midnight.
I definitely am going to bed before that.
Uh,
Dude, the weather has changed here real quick. We're now in the 40s at night. For the rest
nice.
for the next 10 days, we're down in the 40s at night. I don't like it. I winterized my pool last weekend. I don't like that.
Oh, what? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Not
cool.
Yeah, I might bring more than shorts and t-shirts to Crawlapalooza because I don't.
You
want
probably should.
that. I don't want to got again.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. That's good.
Almost electric blanket time. Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Need to commit to a TIG welder and a 3D printer bad. So, Josh, our team driver, Josh Hibner, is going to build a Harley Designs buggy. So, but he doesn't have a printer. So I loaded up all of the files and the big main fixtures for most of the cage work on my Bamboo or on my Ender 3 was like 36 hours to print. This 5.5 on the Bamboo. I was like, dude, what?
You're just costing yourself money. Um,
I should
but
charge him for 36 hours.
yeah, at 100 an hour.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That
Time to go
sucker
to.
would pay it too.
Yeah, he would too. Time to go from AC to heat. It's the time of year where we're using both now. You use the heat in the morning, you use the AC when you go to lunch, and then you use the heat when you go home. So, anyway, get off of here for tonight. Be back next Monday. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time for the small batch drop.
Yeah.
6 p.m. Eastern, correct?
Your
You
time.
have to confirm to me.
It's
Yeah.
your time. Your time. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to make it your time again.
I'll be just leaving work when you hit live or
Okay.
untied.
Yeah.
So yes. I'll get
Cool.
pics. I'll post them up tomorrow. Everyone can see the goodness, minus the shock hoops. But you know,
You'll have them tomorrow. So
they've yeah. Cool.
they've made it to Texas. They're just not to you yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really
Could I pay you? Can I pay you?
Yes.
I'm assuming that means can I pay you to print and I'll take care of the rest? I mean, the way I see the whole thing is if you bought into the build along and you paid for your files and everything, having someone else print them at that point, as long as that person doesn't distribute them to anybody else or use them for anybody else, it shouldn't be an issue. But like, you got to be respectful is mostly it. I mean, and for me, charging somebody to print the fixtures, like, it would just be like whatever the filament cost is. Like, it's not like machining where I'm sitting there dialing in the machines and buying a bunch of raw materials and stuff. It's a spool of filament and a day and a half of a robot dancing in the corner. It's really not like, I don't know. It's just more,
welcome to a modern Chinese factory, Brett.
Yeah, exactly. So
they're all just robots dancing in the corner.
Yeah, but if you bought into the build along, I mean, I don't see a problem with somebody printing the fixtures for you as long as they don't distribute those files at all.
Did I see something about like a VIN plate of some sort, or like a proof?
Yeah. So Josh had talked about that. He's made a couple of videos. He made a fixture for to be able to stamp. He got laser cut pieces made and made a fixture to stamp VIN numbers in. Mm-hmm. And then they go underneath the roof panel, like in the top of the cage, in one of the corners. So I still don't know what my VIN number is. I think it's 4. It might be 5, depending on because Josh's and Matt's are 1 and 2. Mm-hmm. Then I can't remember the guy's name. It's on the top of my head. That's number 3. Then there's somebody who I haven't seen post anything, and then me. So it's either 4 or 5 would be my VIN for my Jimmy's buggy.
I was only asking because someone could show you that they have a VIN, aka they purchased it. Then
well, the VIN doesn't get applied until the buggy is RTR. Like he's not giving a VIN out unless the buggy's done. So.
Okay.
If you're in the build along, others printed others in the last build within the group. Yeah, within the group, yeah. I already paid for the pro mod. Matt's doing my printing. Yeah, but you're doing his fabricating, so. GC Coop, that's who it is. GC Coop's number 3, yeah. But I don't know the number 4 guy. I don't know what his screen name is. I could pull up his real name in the VIN list, but I don't know what his Discord name was, or if he ever posted, or if he ever built. So Matt gets the easiest deal of anyone. Yeah, he just has to click print.
He gets to
Matt's
watch
buggy.
the robot dance in the corner.
Yeah, Matt's buggy already has a VIN number on it. I think Matt's is the only buggy that has a VIN. I think. So, anyway, Josh, get on the damn Pro Mod, get it done so I can start on it, because if I go to Scale Hero, I want that Pro Mod at Scale Hero. So you and I are both going to be finishing them on the workbench at Scale Hero. Just bring my VIN tag with you. Anyway, all right, getting out of here for the night. We're 10 minutes over. I'm tired. I got a chassis to design. I could have already damn had that chassis done.
Yeah, dude. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah. See you next week.
Next week.
Later.